annual Chicago Midwest Emmys, the red carpet show. We are here live in downtown Chicago, and I'm joined by one of our amazing sponsors and also a chapter president here from the Emmys. So, Steve Brandt.
Thank you.
Thank you, and also Lynn with Branson, Missouri, as one of our sponsors.
This is our second year to be the presenting sponsor, and we are delighted to continue and hope that it will become a tradition.
Yes, well, I think 2 in a row is already a tradition.
We're very fortunate to have a wonderful relationship with the folks that are running the Chicago Midwest Emmys, and we support their scholarship efforts and the growth of their foundation.
Yes, and we really appreciate that you do so. So I have to ask, tell us about Branson, Missouri. Tell us about what people are winning, because there's a raffle,
That's right.
Yes.
Tonight, we want everyone to enter online and make sure that they purchase a raffle ticket. We're giving away a live entertainment package for a family of 4, and we're giving away a family fun package for a family of 4.
Oh!
So lots of good things in Branson. So many wonderful things, including a $26 million new roller coaster.
I heard about that. Someone was telling me, they were like, oh, Branson, Missouri is the presenting sponsor. And I said, yes, and they were telling me about the roller coaster.
That's right.
That's open or that's coming?
Yes, it opened in the spring. It's called Time Traveler.
Ooh.
And it is a spinning roller coaster, the world's first.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Isn't that
Congratulations.
fun? Thank you.
I think I would need Dramamine for that because I get motion sick, but once in a lifetime.
Everyone should try it.
Yes.
It'll go and make you time travel.
Yes. I love that. All right, now Steve, tell everyone what you're doing here.
What am I doing here? Yeah, what am I doing here? Well, I'm pleased to be the special guest of the Chicago chapter and also of Branson. You know, this is Lynn in charge of everything fun in Branson.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm happy to tell you that Branson is also the presenting sponsor for the Mid-America Emmy Awards. And a few years ago, I made a phone call down there, and I said, do you think we could bring the Emmy Gala to Branson? And they said, well, why, sure. So to paraphrase our mutual friend Yakov Smirnov, what a party, you know. And we're going to be in Branson this coming year for 2019. And, you know, a lot of people forever, the Emmys were held in St. Louis, which is where the office is.
Right.
And some people said, oh, nobody will come to Branson. Well, we had the Branson Gala, and the attendance was bigger than ever.
Oh, my God.
You know, so there's got the magic going here.
Right,
And
yes.
I didn't expect to be on Chicago TV. It's like, wow.
Well, welcome. And we're going to turn it over to Jeff, but real quickly, can you tell everyone where to go to donate and enter in the raffle online?
You know, that is going to be at the Natus Facebook page.
Okay.
So go to Chicago Midwest Emmy and buy your raffle tickets and come see us in Branson.
Woo! All right, Jeff. Over to you, Jeff.
Thank you, Steph. I'm here with Jenny Milkowski. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm here. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and you actually are here from San Diego because you're working in San Diego now, but came back for your traffic nomination for WFLD.
Just for this. I actually have a wedding down the street, so I'm like, okay, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Wedding, Emmy Awards. Maybe I'll win this year. Probably not because I lose every year.
No, well, who knows? You know, Roz can't take it every time.
I was just talking to Roz, and I'm like, please, can you back off just 1 year? Let me win.
Well, now that you're San Diego, this should be your swan song win. We should
I know,
let that.
right? It's like the exit that I've always wanted.
Yes.
But probably not. It's okay. I'm happy to be here.
So what exactly are you doing now in San Diego?
So in San Diego, I'm working for the CBS station and the CW. So I get to do a lot of fun segments, reporting, a little bit of traffic as well. So it's great.
And you're actually very close friends with my co-host Stephanie too.
Yes. So Steph and I actually do a lot of workout videos in Chicago. We used to. She actually has a sister that lives in San Diego. Nice. So look at that, small world.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. We're going to toss it back to Steph. Here's your BFF.
Hi.
All right, I am here with another Emmy nominee. Can you tell us your name and what you're nominated for?
Sure. I'm Brett Schwartz. I'm nominated in the cultural documentary category. It's called Mas que la Playa.
Okay, great. And you're here with your wife?
It's my wife, Aviva.
Hi.
Great to be here.
Great to have you. Is this your guys' first time here, or?
It is, as a nominee, yes.
Okay.
I'm excited to be here.
Okay, is this your first time here?
It is our first time.
Ooh,
Very excited.
okay, good. Yeah, this is a great event. Now, you are a high school teacher in the area,
I am.
right? Okay. So tell everyone, how did you get inspired to create what you're nominated for?
Sure. So I wear a couple hats. I'm a practitioner. I'm a teacher. I teach film and TV at Deerfield High School in the northern suburbs.
Okay.
I'm an independent documentary filmmaker, and I do both. And in terms of this project, I was approached by some people Where I live in Highland Park.
Uh-huh.
It's commissioned by the Sister Cities International.
Okay.
And the idea was to do creative work down in Mexico. So we went down to Mexico.
Do you speak Spanish?
Solo un poquito.
Yeah, yo hablo un poquito también.
Perfect.
Do you speak Spanish? All right, so he's talking to himself when he prepares for the trips. Yeah.
Totally.
So we were sent there, and it was a creative partnership, and we felt like this is a resort. Everybody knows resorts, goes to resorts. We wanted to peel back the layers of the resort to show what it's like on the inside. Who are the servers, taking care of you? Went home with a couple of them and learn all about their hopes and dreams.
Wow, I love that. Okay, well, how come I have not seen this? Where do people watch this at?
This is on our production company website, and also it's on Vimeo, so you can see it there.
Okay, what's the production company website?
StoryScreen.
StoryScreen.
www.storyscreen.com.
Okay, great. Well, good luck tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to head on over to Jeff, who's roving through the crowds. Hey, Jeff.
Thanks, Steph. I'm with Drew, a scholarship winner and a presenter tonight.
That's right, yeah. 2001 was the last time I was here. I got the Tom Skilling Scholarship, which is a really cool deal because I was the first meteorologist ever to get his award. So, yeah, it was a nice time. So.
And what does it mean to get it from our Tom Skilling, our Mr. Weather of Chicago?
Oh, I mean, for someone that grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, watching Tom, that's what you did. So being able to to meet with him, and he was the most humble person in the world. So nice to visit. I brought my mom last time. I upgraded and brought my wife today. So, yeah, right.
Nice. So you're going to be presenting tonight, too. It's really cool that all of the scholarship winners are the presenters tonight. So do you know any other scholarship winners tonight that you're going to be presenting around?
No, but there's a nice little twist because I am going to be pulling Tom on stage. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of a cool deal.
That's a perfect time to do a selfie.
Yeah, and I think we got to do that. I'm up for a weather award tonight, so we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. Awesome. It's a good night.
Well, congratulations. First of all, you already have a win, so that's great for you tonight.
Just to be here, and 17 years later, it's a blessing, you bet.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're going to toss it over back to Steph.
Which one? All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, I'm here with another nominee, Angela. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here.
Good. Well, you look gorgeous. I love your dress.
This is my first year at the Emmys, so
congratulations.
It was fun picking out what to wear.
Yes, I know. Isn't it kind of like you're did you go to the store or order a bunch online?
I have a friend who's a marvelous seamstress, so I'm here to represent her. Actually,
I love it.
She
did a great
myself.
job.
Yeah,
all right, so tell everyone what you're here and nominated for.
I am nominated for a program that aired on WTTW, Get Happy. Angela Ingersoll sings Judy Garland. It's a concert special, and I get to honor my favorite icon of all time and keep alive a lot of old, wonderful American music and keep it fresh, make it now. I was surrounded by a lot of wonderful musicians, and I'm
you're
a
a singer.
live performer.
Right,
I'm a singer.
yes.
I'm a theater performer mostly, so this is a whole new world for me. I'm very excited.
Wow. So how many takes did you go through for each song?
I did one live performance. I did one live performance in front of a live audience, and then there were safeties in the afternoon.
Okay.
So there was one afternoon safety, but no, we didn't do things over and over. I go out there and spill my guts, and it's all the snot and the tears of live performance and the sweat. And
is there anything? I don't know if it's cliche to ask you to sing a little something.
Oh my!
Here, is it okay? This is our red carpet show, so everyone at home is watching. Right. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't know if that's a tacky thing to ask a performer.
I didn't think about it, but I will try if I shut my eyes. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. That's for everyone's dreams tonight. I hope they come true.
Yes,
Thank you.
love that. Thank you, Angela. I'm going to be rooting for you. Oh, and I hope to interview you after you win.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff, who's going to talk with some more guests at tonight's Emmys.
Who is WGN, but nominated tonight for Comcast.
Right. Yeah, of course I cover politics for WGN. That's what most people know me for. But in the Comcast world, Jeff, I actually do, as you know, theater and that kind of thing. So tonight we did a special on Blue Man Group for their 20th anniversary, and that's what got the nod tonight. So we'll see what happens.
So Blue Man Group, it's been around for several years,
20.
decades. So what makes it still a popular act after so many years? Do they switch it up?
Well, yes and no. It's interesting. So for the special, it was the celebration of the 20th anniversary. But it's funny that you ask, whether they switched it up, because just this week they actually have premiered a brand new show. I went to the opening a couple of nights ago, and yeah, they've changed some of the routines, and you know, it's always, you've seen Blue Man Group, it's always some crazy stuff going on, but it's new, it's fresher, but we honored the 20 years that they've been in Chicago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you are into politics here in Chicago. We have Peter Alexander as our host tonight from NBC News. How cool is that to you?
I think it's great. I was so thrilled to see Peter doing this, and especially after the week he had in Washington trying to defend Jim Acosta, and that didn't go so well. So it's been, you know, I mean, it's almost like the elections, which everybody was talking about, sort of like, what elections? Did those happen? We're way beyond that at this point, right? So much going on.
I just interviewed Peter, and I had to. I shook his hand to say, as journalists, me and Steph, we appreciate how he backed us up, because media has to stick together about those things.
You know, it's a very frightening thing that, you know, the average person out there who, you know, is accepting the view that the media is the quote-unquote enemy of the people and all of that, and accepting that. That's very, this isn't taking a position, but it's a very dangerous thing. The right of the press is defended by the Constitution, and it's the First Amendment. It's what it's all about. So to not be able to do our job by asking the questions and finding out what the deal is, it is very dangerous. There are efforts to try and keep us from doing that, and that's just not right.
Yeah, and I know I was taught in journalism not to show bias in a lot of news ways, but we live in a different time now. We have a very opinionated president. So do you feel like media is changing where we as journalists are allowed to have somewhat more of an opinion when we go on TV?
I think it depends what you do. My role at WGN is I am a neutral analyst. I'm not a commentator. So I do everything I can to appear to be in the middle, always asking questions on both sides. Now that doesn't mean I don't get criticized from both sides. Yeah. People hear what they want to hear. But I think if you take a look at those of us who are trying to stay in the middle, you know, we do our best. It's not easy. And as I watch Jim Acosta and some of the other ones, you know, look, the attacks are very personal. They're very direct. Sure. So it's hard to blame them for stepping out and defending not just themselves, but the profession.
Sure. Well, Paul, best wishes tonight.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Go for Comcast. Hopefully you have the win. And back to you, Steph.
All right, well, I'm here with Pam Grimes from WGN. I've had the honor of interviewing you, I think, 5 times over the years now here.
Possibly.
All right, so tell everyone what you're nominated for and these lovely people with you.
Okay, so we are nominated for a story called Brothers of the Bunker Hill, where we reunited 2 World War II veterans who were on the same ship that was attacked by kamikaze pilots. So this is the daughter of the hero. This is her father, Al Scarrett, saved the neighbor of Al Muskowiak. So it's a little confusing, but so shortly after the story aired a year ago, her father passed away. And then, yeah, it was terrible. But Norm Lassman, who was saved by her father, is still alive and well. He's in his mid-90s, so was a little worried about coming for a long evening like tonight. But anyway, so they're all here in spirit. And it's just such a wonderful, so neither one of them, so Al lived in Seattle, and Norm lives on the south side of Chicago, and because neither were really able, they're in their mid-90s, not able to physically get on a plane and go meet each other, we were able to reunite them via Skype.
Wow.
So it was a very heart-wrenching moment, and we ended up, we found the story on the U.S. Naval Facebook page.
I was just going to ask you how Pam finds great stories and produces great things, but that's amazing.
Yeah, it really went so many places that I never ever intended. But it was such a heartwarming story, and thank you for all of our veterans and the service that they did. Anything? Would you like to say anything about your father and his?
Well, I'm just honored to be here representing him. Obviously, oh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, right.
Kelsey lives in St. Louis. Wow. From St. Louis. Wow. She called me when she found out that the story was nominated, and she said, "You're keeping my father alive. Now you're going to make me cry."
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow. But he got to see the produced story. What was his reaction like when he saw it?
He was so humble, and he was like, "I don't believe I'm getting this much attention." But of course, he was thrilled to be in connection with Norm, and it was just but my dad was a very humble hero.
Yeah.
And he continued to save lives after the war because he became a Seattle firefighter. So he saved lives his entire life. So really.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your family with us, and also for sharing this story, Pam.
Of course.
This is one of those like very touching stories that you like to hear about actually get recognized. So
especially when we're coming up to Veterans Day.
Right, exactly. Yes. All right, well, we're going to head on over to Jeff.
Thanks, Steph. I'm with Corey and Quinton, am I right?
That's correct.
So you are nominated for a commercial you made for Big Shoulders Group, is that right?
That's Big Shoulders Fund.
Fund, I'm sorry. So
Correct.
can you tell me a little bit about that commercial?
Terrific, yeah. So we are P3 Media Works. That's our production company here in Chicago. We did a piece for the Big Shoulders Fund, which is an amazing nonprofit here in the city that does amazing work for youth and students in underserved neighborhoods in Chicago. So it was quite an honor to not only do the project, but also get an Emmy nomination for it.
And Quinton, how cool is it for your dad to be nominated tonight?
It is absolutely surreal just to be here, taking all of this in. So I'm mainly here for moral support, but this is an amazing experience.
And have you been nominated before?
We have. My company's been nominated 3 times. This is our 4th nomination. We were 0 for 3, so maybe tonight's the night.
Hopefully tonight's the night. If you get like 9 more nominations, you'll be like Meryl Streep status.
I hope so, something like that, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. Good best wishes tonight.
Thank you very much.
And Steph, back to you.
All right, well, I get to talk to one of our scholarship winners who's a presenter tonight. All right, Jeffrey?
Jesse.
Kirsch.
Yes,
Kirsch.
there you go. She got that part.
I got the last name, not the first name.
That worked. That's what matters.
All right, so can you tell everyone what you won your scholarship for, what you're doing now, and who's this guy next to you?
So I went to Northwestern University, and in my senior year, which would have been 2016 to 17, I won one of the scholarships, the presidential scholarship here. So you'll have to ask the committee what exactly they gave me that for, but I was very involved.
Steve Novak and all
yes, the whole crew, and Mike Lowe from GN,
yep.
and Dan Magner and all those guys. So won that scholarship. Was very involved with the school TV station. Shout out to the Northwestern News Network. They're here tonight. They've got a show up and some individuals up for awards. So very involved with the school TV station and did some work in Michigan in college as well on air. Lansing, CBS affiliate in Lansing.
So
I know.
You're not a Spartan.
I'm not a Spartan. No, I'm a Wildcat all the way through and through. No, I don't. Well, I'll just look this way.
Yeah. Why? Because we school you every year.
All right. It's been pretty close. I didn't know this is what this was going to turn into.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Jordan Arsenault. I work with Jesse at ABC 7.
Okay.
And one of the things that we do is we contribute to ABC's new hyper-local initiative called Localish.
Okay.
And we are producing local stories for national audiences on Facebook, Instagram. Our YouTube channel is going to be launching soon.
Okay.
And so we're kind of taking that local storytelling element and we're like bringing it out to the masses.
Digitally,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the other thing that's awesome about that is that we're able to tell stories in a different sort of way. We're not doing the traditional TV thing when we do that. And it's kind of fun because I think that I look at Jordan stuff. I'm like, all right, how can I try to emulate that? Because it's really great to work with him on that stuff.
Yeah, we are like cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Because we do everything. We're shooting, we're editing, we're producing everything ourselves. And ABC Localish is kind of loving it because they're getting really good content out of us locally. They're utilizing all of the ABC-owned television stations across the country to do it.
Right.
To create viral content that is good for advertisers. So.
That's genius. Why didn't they come up with this like 10 years ago?
People are doing it. Like,
yeah.
You see Great Big Story, which is CNN's initiative. You see things like Attention. You see
Worth It on BuzzFeed, stuff like that. Yeah.
And stuff like that. So there are online companies that are doing it. Now is the time for television companies to get involved and say, hey, we've got local resources in all these different cities. Why aren't we producing content that people enjoy? You're already doing it for your stations.
Yeah.
Why aren't we putting it online?
Yeah. So would you guys consider yourselves to be millennials?
I think so, but don't tell anybody.
You may be a millennial. I'm 37. So yeah, I think I missed the cutoff.
I think I'm on the other end of that because like everyone argues, am I actually a millennial? Because I'm right on that cusp in the 90s. We won't talk too much about that.
I just think this is so innovative, and this just goes to show. I mean, tonight everyone presenting is a scholarship recipient, so it's like we're celebrating the youth, if you want to consider yourself youthful.
Youths.
Yeah, the youth. Yeah, I don't know if that is a bad word.
If I shave, I think I could pull off the millennial.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's got the hair and the beard going.
Right. The scruff makes him look
millennial
more.
than me because you got the scruff going.
Yeah, I need a bonnet or something, like maybe a man bun.
Okay, we're gonna go over to Jeff. He does not have any facial hair today or a man bun. So hey, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Steph. I am here with someone that's nominated for an Emmy for documentary.
That's correct. Yes.
How's it going?
Yes, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about. It's for WTTW.
Right, it aired on WTTW.
Now,
correct.
what exactly is the documentary about?
So the title of it is Fighting on Both Fronts, the story of the 370th. And it looks at a group of African-American soldiers, nearly 3,000 soldiers, mainly from the Chicago area that fought during World War I. And it is a untold story. I mean, it's a project that I didn't even know a lot about prior to me starting, but it's just a part of history that's really not discussed much.
Sure. And so what's the research that you have to do to actually get these facts right and accurate and elaborate?
Talk to a lot of people. Yeah. So if you can imagine World War I, there's no one still alive. At least they shouldn't be at this point.
Or they're really old.
Right. And so I was able to talk to a number of descendants, a number of historians, the people from all over the country, and I spent a lot of time online and in the library. And we spent about, it was kind of a quick turnaround, probably had about 7 or 8 months, I think, to turn it around from beginning to end. Sure. And at the end of the day, look at where I am. Yeah. So the film is done extremely well.
Okay. And you told me that you went to Columbia College. So what is it? Is it Chicago, like home base for you? Has it always been? Are you born and raised?
So born and raised, but I've worked on a number of mainly television projects that travel around the world. Not around the world, but around the country. So I've always been based here, but I've spent a lot of time outside of Chicago working on a variety of films and mainly television projects.
Awesome. Well, best wishes tonight.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I hope you win for documentary.
Yeah, I mean, look, tomorrow is the 100th-year anniversary of the armistice.
Oh, wow. It's meant to be. Come on.
Meant to be. That's what I'm thinking.
If your nomination goes past midnight, it's going to be even perfect. Like at 12:01, they say you won.
So this will be perfect, man, if it happened tonight.
Well, best wishes and congratulations on the nomination at the minimum.
Thanks.
All right, back to you, Steph.
I'm here with another presenter tonight who's also a former scholarship recipient, or once you win, you're not former, you're always a winner, right?
I know, everyone gets to win
right.
once you win once.
Yes,
Absolutely.
You're always a winner. All right, so this is Alexis Rogers. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, well tell everyone, since winning that scholarship, what you're doing now, since
Absolutely. The scholarship was such a blessing. I went to Neuqua Valley High School, so I'm actually from this area.
Okay.
I ended up being able to go to University of Missouri's journalism school for 4 years, which was amazing. I was able to, actually my first day in college was my first day at the NBC affiliate there.
Oh, wow.
So I just kind of worked my way up, also worked for Newsy during that time, then went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then now I'm in Cincinnati at the NBC affiliate. So it's amazing all the things that have happened between when we first got the scholarship and then they planted that seed.
Right.
And now, so it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah, and so then you're forever connected to this organization. How many years ago did you win that scholarship?
Well, it was almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
So around this time in 2009, because I graduated high school in 2010.
Wow.
It's hard to believe that it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, I'm trying to do math. Oh,
right,
wow.
I know. How
8
many years
years.
is that? Yeah.
That's like, I mean, but it's amazing how much can happen when someone believes in you enough to allow you to get the education that you need. Because without this scholarship, I might have not been able to go to University of Missouri. So very, very honored that I can be here tonight to get back again.
Yes, that's great. I love your attitude too. And can you tell everyone who's aspiring out there, an aspiring journalist, what you're now doing in Cincy?
Yeah, so I am a reporter and anchor in Cincinnati at the NBC affiliate. And it's been an amazing ride. Actually, my current boss is a Mizzou alum as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's all like a domino effect. And I get a chance to wake up our viewers in Greater Cincinnati every morning and see them on the desk and see them out and about. It's an amazing experience.
That's awesome. And you drove in today from there, right?
Because I had to work a double. So I was like, all right, well, if we have to do that, we just have to make it work. That's what I've learned in journalism. You just kind of make it work with whatever deadline that you have. So we drove in, we made it by the skin of our teeth.
Wow.
And now we're here being fabulous.
Yeah, I know. And you look fabulous
and
too.
You look fabulous too. We're
Thank
the
you
Red
so much.
Sisters.
We are the Red Sisters. I like that a lot. When's the last time you dressed up like this?
You know what? To be honest with you, just last week. So I have emceed 52 events this year.
Oh my gosh! So that's part of your role at the station, right?
Absolutely,
Is to
and
go
just
to
being
events.
a part of the community as well, which was definitely fostered with the help of my mentors through Natus as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a revolving door of good things.
Right, I love that. Great. All right, well, we look forward to seeing you present tonight on stage to another winner, and hopefully one day you'll be nominated here if you stay around the Midwest.
Yes, actually, I was nominated this year.
Oh my gosh,
in the
we need to
Ohio
mention
region,
that to inspire
and
people.
Over in the Midwest region as well when I was in Little Rock. So this is my first time in this region, and let me tell you, just grade A, Class A. It's
yes.
awesome.
Oh, great. Well, we're so happy you're here.
Thank you.
All right, so let me see. Are we going over to Jeff, who has been roving around this evening, talking to some of our guests, and I think he's got someone that we're going to talk to in the crowd.
Thank you, Steph. I'm here with Ariel, who's going to be presenting on stage tonight.
Yes, I'm excited.
Have you ever done so before?
I have not. You know, I was nominated for a scholarship when I was at Northwestern here, and now I'm back to present, and I'm really excited about
And
it.
you just informed me. I didn't know. I thought it was all scholarship winners this year, but these are just scholarship winners that you've had in the last few years being presenters tonight.
Exactly. I won it in school, and now I'm back, and I'm not presenting a scholarship tonight, but I'm presenting a bunch of different categories, such as investigative reporter, hard news. So I'm really excited to see kind of the contestants and see who wins tonight.
Awesome. Well, best wishes. Good luck tonight. Break a leg up there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Ariel.
Nice to meet you.
And now we're going to take a quick look at our sponsors.